Ladies and gentlemen, the natty police are back and the fitness world is in chaos. Greg Doucette just went off on Hussein Farhat.
Hussein was just exposed as being a fake natty by you wouldn't guess who. None other than his own personal dear close friend and business partner, Greg Doucette.
And things are spiraling fast. But wait, it doesn't stop there. Jeff Nippard got dragged into the mess, Julian Fitzgerald is being accused of lying about his natty status, and now people are saying maybe Greg and Hussein are both lying. This is turning into a full-blown fake natty epidemic. First up, Hussein Farhat. Greg Doucette lit the match, saying there's no way Hussein's shredded, super vascular physique is natural.
Even at this size, it's extremely doubtful that you're natural. We'll see.
He pointed to the sheer size, density, and insane condition Hussein carries year-round, basically saying it's beyond human limit. And the internet, of course, exploded. Some fans defended Hussein, saying it's genetics and hard work. Others started calling him the new Liver King, selling a dream while secretly running cycles. And Hussein, he's staying quiet, still claiming natty, still holding the line. But the silence is only making people more suspicious. Now, here's where it gets messy because somehow Jeff Nippard got pulled into this drama too.
Is it possible to look like you're on steroids without ever actually taking steroids? I think it is, but a lot of people find that hard to believe.
You know Jeff, the science-based fitness guy.
Science does suggest that.
The nerdy, evidence-driven coach who prides himself on transparency. But other YouTubers started digging, pointing out how Jeff has stayed really quiet on the whole natty illusion culture. Some even accused him of indirectly profiting from the natty illusion, pushing programs while avoiding the conversation about PEDs in the industry. And let's be honest, Jeff built his brand on being the trustworthy science guy.
Science does suggest.
So when people start questioning if he's really been 100% straight with his audience, it shakes up the whole foundation. Now, is Jeff himself juicing?
So too, I noticed once again, Jeff, we got acne here, here, here. A lot of pimples on your face, big guy. What's going on?
That's still debated, but being lumped into the fake natty conversation is definitely not a good look for his brand. That's not even the issue here. The problem is that with all the experience and influence he has in the fitness industry, he still can't tell whether Hussein is natty or not. And then we've got Julian Fitzgerald, another influencer, another shredded physique, another natty claim. But fans aren't buying it. People have been posting side-by-side comparisons of his body transformations, pointing out how his gains are suspiciously fast and perfectly timed with his rise in social media clout. Critics are saying Julian's lying about being natural to sell programs and inspire people with an unrealistic standard. And you know how it goes. Once the internet smells blood, they'll dig up every photo, every clip, every little inconsistency until they've built a full case against you. But here's the plot twist though. People are starting to call out not just Hussein, but Greg himself. Some fans are saying Greg exaggerates or even fabricates fake natty callouts to farm views. Let's be real. Greg's entire brand thrives on exposing others. If everyone admitted they were on gear tomorrow, Greg would lose half his content overnight. So is Greg being 100% honest here? Or is he stretching the truth to fit his narrative? Because let's not forget, Greg himself has been caught in controversies before. People accuse him of shifting his story, downplaying his own steroid use history, and using drama to keep his channel alive, which raises the question. If Hussein is lying about being natty, is Greg lying about Hussein lying? Yeah, it's fitness inception at this point. And just when the dust started to settle, boom. Hussein and Greg dropped a bombshell.
We're coming clean. I don't know how else to start off this video. This was a really hard one to do.
And so we still support Hussein despite the fact that he lied in the past. And so, I'm just going to let him explain everything that he's done.
So you guys have probably seen my transformation, and the steroids accusations around it, and rightfully so. And I just wanted to tell you guys that everything was planned from day one. I decided to hop on gear. It was a small cycle, 300 EQ, 300 tests, 300 Masterone, a little bit of Anavar and MK as well.
Hussein finally admitted it. He's not natty. He said the words everyone's been waiting for. The internet lit up like wildfire. Memes, reaction videos, I told you so comments. It was chaos. For a moment, it looked like Greg's call-out was vindicated and Hussein had finally come clean. But then, out of nowhere, they flipped the script.
Everything you just saw in the last video with Greg was a joke. It was planned to be a video where me and Greg make fun of everyone that's saying that I'm not natural because it just doesn't make sense, alright? That was the whole point.
Suddenly, Hussein and Greg claimed the whole thing was a troll. They said it was a planned stunt, a way to mess with the internet. According to them, Hussein is still natty. The confession was fake, and they only did it to expose how easily people believe drama. And that's when the internet collectively lost it. Because here's the thing. When you confess, then backpedal and say, just kidding, people don't buy it. The community started calling them both liars, saying they're manipulating their audiences for views, playing games with credibility, and disrespecting fans who genuinely wanted the truth. Comment sections turned into war zones. Half the people were furious, saying Greg and Hussein were treating their audiences like clowns. The other half thought it was hilarious, but even they admitted it destroyed whatever trust was left. Because now the question is, if you lie about lying, how does anyone know when you're telling the truth? And honestly, this feels like the worst possible move for them. Hussein went from being accused of lying to admitting he lied to lying about lying. And Greg, who built his entire career on being the whistleblower, is now seen as complicit in a stunt. If your brand is built on honesty, this is the fastest way to ruin it. So here's the thing. It's not just about Hussein or Greg or Jeff or Julian. This is about a much bigger issue in the fitness world, the fake natty epidemic. The problem isn't just steroids, it's trust. These influencers are building million-dollar brands on the idea that you can look like them naturally. They sell the dream. Buy my program, take my supplement, train like me, and you'll get my results. But if they're secretly enhanced, that dream is a lie. And that's why this whole, it was all a troll, defense doesn't work. Because at the end of the day, fans aren't laughing. They want honesty, not manipulation. Once you play games with your audience, it's hard to get that trust back. So what do you think? Is Hussein Farhat really natty? Was Greg Doucette being honest or just farming views? Should Julian be called out harder? And is Jeff's reputation and credibility ruined? And most importantly, do you think this "it was all a troll" excuse actually works? Or did they just dig themselves into an even deeper hole? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this debate isn't going anywhere. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown of the fake natty epidemic, smash that like button, subscribe for more fitness drama updates, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss the next expose. Because in the fitness world, there's always another secret waiting to be exposed.